My best friend and I have played Madlibs since we were kids, and we often play them together as adults on road trips. We're always looking for ways to make them even more interesting and funny, and now that AI art has arrived on the scene, it was a perfect match. So here's how this works. We send each other the words for a Madlib. We then enter those words into our Madlibs, and we run each sentence through MidJourney to create art to go along with it. Then, we get together, share what we created, and hilarity ensues. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. And with me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you?
Flammable.
Awesome.
I am flammable.
Well, I mean, all of us technically are flammable. Some of us more than others, depending on what fabrics we're wearing. We're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the words to go into those Madlibs. We then take those sentences. We run them through MidJourney. We create art. Then we present them to each other. And then we laugh. And that's the show. And I hope you like it. If you do like it, look down below the video. There's a like button especially for you. It's a little thumbs up. Click on that. And if you're clicking on that, you might as well click on the subscribe button. And then you can click on the notification bell. And that'll let you know when new videos are posted to my channel. And that's it. That's the spiel to begin the video. Brent, you're up first tonight. Take it away.
Yesterday was national or international, it was something, but it was Friendship Day. And Patrick and I hung out all weekend. I decided to have Mr. ChatGPT assist me with making this Madlib, and I gave it a couple of phrases that needed to be in the story, but not specified where or how, so some of it may seem familiar to Patrick. This is how I met my best friend, in the style of Frida Kahlo. Born in 1907 in Mexico City, Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Calderón, or simply Frida Kahlo, was a visionary artist whose life and work continue to captivate the world. Frida was the daughter of a German father and a mestizo mother and spent most of her life in the same house, Casa Azul. Despite facing numerous challenges including polio as a child and a near-fatal bus accident, she found a new calling. She spent many months in the hospital recuperating, and her father, remembering her skill at sketching, brought her an easel, art supplies, and a mirror. A few years later, in 1928, she met artist Diego Rivera at a party. She asked him to judge her art, and he recalls being impressed. They became quite famous as a couple, akin to our Brangelina. Eventually, Kahlo became discontent with just being the wife of a famous artist and began to forge her own personal and artistic legacy. Her self-portraits, characterized by vibrant colors and raw emotions, offer a window into her inner world. She had many affairs in her life with men and women. Most notoriously, she had a short affair with none other than the twice exiled Soviet revolutionary Leon Trotsky. Today, Kahlo's legacy lives on, inspiring artists and admirers alike to embrace their true selves and find strength in their stories. Kahlo's art is a tapestry of personal introspection and cultural resonance, while bold symbolism and intricate details evoke her Mexican heritage. Frida Kahlo died in 1954, still largely unknown outside of the artistic community at the young age of 47. It would be a quarter century before Kahlo transformed from largely unknown to iconic in every sense of that word. Now, please enjoy my Madlib collaboration with ChatGPT in the style of the iconic Frida Kahlo. One summer, I scooted into an Australian tapas restaurant and met a quirky, jumpy stranger.
Well, I mean, I did have long hair at the time, but it wasn't, it didn't look like that. And I was much younger. That guy looks older than me.
Yeah, he also looks a bit emaciated. Like, that could be you if you, like, lost way too much weight.
Right.
I don't know how that lime is staying on that tree.
That is a good question. That's a nice magic trick. And is that, I really hope that that's a painting on the wall and that he's not eating amongst a flock of birds.
The window full of birds in this Australian tapas restaurant. We bonded over our love for upside-down food and our wonky and clumsy personalities.
Okay, so that's not all that untrue. Wonky and clunky. What was
Wonky
it?
and clumsy.
Wonky and clumsy.
Wonky,
that
yeah.
does describe us. Wonky and clumsy. Yeah, honestly, it looks like they're eating Indian food with cheese on it, which is really strange.
Yeah, there's some dal. And the green stuff is,
Sag paneer.
spinach.
Yeah, sag paneer.
Sag, yeah. Oh, yeah. One day, we decided to go educating on a trail, but I tripped and broke my moobs.
Cows. So what's funny is when I was testing out the word moobs, because I wanted to make sure that was a word that wouldn't cause problems.
Yeah.
So I tested it out and I ran several prompts, and half of them showed men with open shirts, and the other half were cows. So apparently it chose cows.
and they're educating on the trail.
Yes, they are. That's all. Whoa, those books. They've seen better days. They're kind of falling apart, but
they're their trail books. They don't want to get them. They're not worried about messing them up.
God, could you imagine showing up for class and those were your teachers with those headdresses and those books and those looks in their eyes and the cows behind them? I'd be like, am I in the right school?
My new friend came to my rescue, tubing me down the mountain like a giant panda.
What? That's a hell of a tubing trip. Oh my gosh. That's one for the record books. Tubing in icy waters, wearing
down a mountain. I do like the coat. I have a coat, the quilted coat, almost just like that. I love it.
with a panda, mind you, panda and flowers, and
several pandas.
And
possibly.
we're also blessed by an angel who's watching over us from the heavens. Or a fairy. I don't know which.
Or a wasp. After I recovered, we both smoked up at a pool party for the Toronto Raccoons Social Club.
And that's us if we were raccoons.
There's the raccoon right behind me here. Or is it there? What are these?
They look like those little fish cakes you get in pho.
And that would be great for a raccoon. So, let's see it. The raccoons loved our wild antics and invited us to more events.
Why are we suddenly friends with raccoons? I mean, they're cute and all. They're little bandit
this
naps.
This is a stand-in for the Houston Bears.
Why do so many of them have extravagant matching jewelry?
There's like 4 of them, and even the dog in the picture behind them has one on. And then there's this like fox in the front.
The one in the front, maybe it is a fox, and the one next to him is trying to hide the fact that he's a fox by holding a painting of a raccoon's head in front of him.
Sorry, I just realized that there's something behind the painting. Oh, that's epic. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. Our friendship rolled, and we became high goofballs.
For ChatGPT making this up, it's surprisingly accurate.
And the words you chose just fit right in the right spots, too. We even started a courage show on homestarrunner.com.
Many years later. Oh, wow. Oh, so so this is interesting. This is almost a style blend. Because Homestar Runner has a very specific art style. In fact, I was going to suggest it for season 3. And Frida Kahlo has a very distinct art style, and this is almost a blend of those two art styles.
Yeah, it's kind of like the pretty flowers are replaced by like creepy plant monsters. And, she liked animals. She had a lot of animals, which you heard earlier. And there's some weird-ass animals in this thing.
There certainly are.
Where we did our craziest to make people laugh till they prodded.
Why so shocked?
This is what I was telling you that we could totally reenact. Through all the laughter and swole adventures, we knew we had found a lifelong pork chop.
Ew. I don't want that pork chop. Just saying. Don't want it.
And what's wrong with our faces?
Well, we're holding the head of a pig, and you're wondering why we have red splotches on our faces. I think you can infer why.
Oh, I thought it was like acne or something.
Well,
I'm not. I love my outfit. I mean, I'm assuming I'm the guy with the hat because the other one looks so much like you in the face.
Well, apparently I'm wearing a fake mustache because it has a strap.
Well, let's go back to our honorable mentions. Some of these are so absolutely amazing. So up above is, of course, that last one you just heard. Mm-hmm. We had found our lifelong pork chop, which is horrifying. This is us going educating on a trail.
He's so sad. And he looks like a Funko Pop figure.
I know, it's so weird. It's just so out of place for the rest of them. And, of course, this is you rescuing me by tubing me down the river like a giant panda. What the hell?
Apparently, I was a bear in a dress then, apparently.
Absolutely wonderful. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. This is I scooted into an Australian tapas bar and met a quirky, jumpy stranger.
I'd meet that stranger.
I know, right? That's wow. So we even started a courage show on homestarrunner.com.
Wow, that's wild. Because it's like it looks like it's a photograph that's run through like a Snapchat filter. Because it looks like a real real people whose faces have been altered by some sort of filter thing. You know what I mean?
So these are the guys acting us in the biopic.
Oh, okay, that works. That works.
Through all the laughter and swole adventures we knew, we'd found a lifelong pork chop. Oh my God!
So did she shove her hand through the pig? Because
no. Oh, she's like a puppeteer. Okay, so you would think this is the end, but there's another.
This was not so bad. It looks like a really poorly made piñata.
It was so funny though. The whole entire picture, like the guy, this very stylized mustache with like double tips. That's actually kind of cool. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. The hair, I'd die for that hair. That weird tiara. What the hell?
I don't know what the tiara is.
Literally, definitely ate some kind of dessert because I see caramel and strawberries and maybe mint leaves. And then the background stuff, all of it. Love it. Okay, yeah, I waxed way too poetic there, but that's so great. All right.
Excellent. That was fun.
Well, so Lady Shablagoo will tell us a story about her run-in with the pig.
And now, story time with Lady Shablagoo.
Yes, Tygrr. In fact, I do have a tale about a pig. No, not that kind of pig. I happen to respect law enforcement. My. But I do have a story about a particularly awful deputy one county over. However, that's for another time. Now let me tell you about the time I had a wild run-in with a large hog on my parents' farm in Alabama. It was an adventure I'll never forget. You see, I was visiting my parents with my children, who were still quite small at the time. We were having a grand old time running around the farmyard and pastures. We were just enjoying the fresh country air. I remember it like it was just yesterday.
We was walking past a field, and out of nowhere, we heard a loud snorting sound. And then there it was, a massive hog, charging right towards us like a freight train. I reckon that hog had taken a liking to my mama's cornfield, and was none too pleased to find us intruders. My children dashed to the barn lickety-split, bless the Lord. But that left me to face that terrified animal, all by myself. Now let me tell you, my first instinct was to run, but then I decided to climb up a nearby tree to escape that charging hog. It had been quite a few years since I'd done that, but I've always been a good climber, so up I went in a skirt, no less. I managed to perch on a high enough branch just as the pig reached my tree. As I struggled to get up the tree, I noticed a gaggle of geese thereby, honking away as if they were cheering on that hog. It was like they were in cahoots, determined to distract me and give that hog the upper hand. I'm not sure if it was the adrenaline or the sheer absurdity of the situation, but I couldn't help but burst into laughter. There I was, stuck in a tree, with a gaggle of geese and a hog seemingly teaming up against me. Meanwhile, my children were watching from the loft of the barn and were giggling like little maniacs, finding the whole scene uproariously funny. And I suppose it was. Luckily, my daddy heard the commotion and came running to the rescue. By then, the hog had placed his front hooves on the tree trunk like he was going to climb right up with me. But you know what my daddy did? He ran right up to that hog and put his hand on my attacker's head and started scratching behind his ears, all the while grinning up at me in that pecan tree. "Peach," he said to me. He just started calling me that when I left for college. "Now, Peach, don't you recognize old Gordy? He's just happy to see you." I stared at him for a second, and sure enough, that big scary pig was the very same one I'd bottle-fed back when I was in high school. He even slept with me every night until he was big enough to fend for himself outside. I finally made my way down from that tree, feeling a bit sheepish and a whole lot delighted. I thought Gordy had died when I was in college, but my daddy wouldn't hear of turning his sweet Peach's piglet into bacon. It turned out that Gordy had just been startled by our sudden appearance, but when he realized it was me, he made a beeline straight toward me, nearly frightening me out of my bloomers. He just wanted home. And as for geese, well, I reckon they were just being their mischievous selves, stirring up a ruckus. Gordy followed me around like a puppy for the rest of that visit and got as many hugs as he wanted. And my kids fed him so many ears of corn and apples that he finally had his fill and began to shake his head in an obvious no at any further offers of food. And don't that beat all? They say pigs are very smart animals, and I know it to be true. Also, I don't really think I wear bloomers, do y'all? Nah. Back to you, Tygrr.
So my Madlib tonight is called To Your Health, and the art is done in the style of a 70s family vacation photo. Looking at anyone's social media accounts today, you will typically see lots of pictures of their travels. It's safe to say sharing pictures of your vacations is just as popular now as it was in the past. Before the high-powered smartphone cameras, expensive modern DSLR photography equipment, photo editing software, and photo sharing platforms, vacation pictures were lovingly stored in family photo albums, which were pulled out and shared anytime company came over. Some families loaded up the minivan for camping trips, others headed to the Florida beach resorts, while others made their way to historic monuments or amusement parks. But we all did it. The family vacation is as American as apple pie, and the variations on it have always been endless. Some of my fondest childhood memories involve hours in the car watching the world go by and stopping to eat at roadside diners that always seem to claim they had the best burgers in the world. While the family vacation still exists today, the way we document it has changed drastically. Smartphones and digital cameras paired with social media apps like Instagram and Facebook have replaced the family camera and photo albums. Long hours spent playing I Spy or doing Madlibs have been replaced with digital apps that pass the time, while the world goes by unnoticed. But there was a certain charm to the old-school family outing. Even if it was just a visit to Grandma's house, the trip there and back again was just as important as the destination. So join me in a little Madlib nostalgia as we explore the art style of the 70s family vacation photograph. One of us. One of us. One of us.
What?
That's what I see this picture here. One of us. One of us.
Like Children of the Corn or something?
It's like a cult. Look at the picture.
Oh,
it's a
It's
cult.
very tiny. Remember, it's very tiny for me.
As your doctor, I dorkily recommend making some frazzled changes to your diet.
Oh, okay. Does that include wearing my
Wearing
vegetables?
your clothes. Wear your vegetables. That's how you absorb the nutrients.
Or it's just they're on hand, and this is what you have. I mean, are you gonna go to the McDonald's when you've got a ready-made
That's
salad
true.
bar on your chest?
That's true. You can just reach down and pick something up and eat it. But it's like, do I have to go buy these specific outfits so I can wear food on my on my chest and my crotch?
Well, I have heard that parachute pants are coming back in.
A can of peas a day may keep me away, but if you really want to stay healthy, drink beer.
This is like Dazed and Confused. This is from Dazed and Confused. Or maybe it's the prequel to Ghostbusters. Like,
Yeah, it could be. It could be Slimer. But that's just so weird. And I guess that's how it interpreted a can of peas. Recent studies show that a pint a day reduces the risk of chin disease by keeping your toothbrushes in check.
and is this a pint of beer?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, it doesn't say that in the prompt, but it's implied from the previous sentence. But yeah, these plastic hair figures.
This is like Barbie gone wrong. This is like Dollar Store Ken.
And Dollar Store Skipper.
Oh, Skipper. And Skipper's a boy, apparently. Or
That could be a girl. It could be a girl with a pixie cut.
Are
I
they?
don't know what this thing on the fence is. Is it a birthday cake or is it a planter of some kind?
a tiki doll?
I don't know. Sommeliers have also found that it keeps your bones from crunching, which is important when you grow old and ultraviolet.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't. Wow.
So
Her
even though
skeleton is outside of her.
even though it looks really uncomfortable, I think a dress with the skeleton on the outside is actually kind of cool.
And
who
hoping this is
gave
a plastic one.
who gave this young child a glass of wine?
It's Europe. No, I was gonna say it's Europe, but clearly it's California.
It's very obviously California, yes. Antioxidants in beer help eliminate piglets from your body, so you can wake up feeling funky.
Oh my god.
This is like it's not Planet of the Apes, it's Planet of the Pigs.
No, it's the island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, look, there's even palm trees in the background. Oh gosh, this is
At least they have beer there.
like I feel like my ears are on fire because I'm so like uncomfortable looking at this.
And she has 4 nostrils too, which is really strange. Okay. All right, let's move on before we still have nightmares forever. Beer is full of nutrients as well, like potassium, magnesium, and wobbegong.
Oh my goodness, it got that. So that's a type of fish, and it got it in that car.
Yeah, well,
It looks like it says Ford, but I don't remember a Ford that looked like that. That looks like a Rolls Royce.
I was about to say, it looks like a Rolls Royce to me. Ever wonder why Bindi Irwin looks so young? Well, probably because she's 25, but you ever wonder why Bindi Irwin looks so young? You guessed it.
Oh, whoa! Wow, it got a crocodile or something dinosaurically.
It's a crocodile jackal zebra. Crocodile jackal zebra.
It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? I've camped somewhere like this. I mean, there's this palmetto behind them, and and the ground is just dirt and pine needles. I've been there.
And they've apparently made curtains to go over the back window of the camper out of like
Moss.
pine needles and moss.
Yeah, it's all the rage.
And of course, after a long day of crouching, beer can help your body relax by releasing the centipedes in your brain that make you feel good. Prepare yourself.
I don't need to see this. Oh.
No idea what's going on in this picture.
I'm not comfortable at all. Where's the heads of these people? Are they like leaning forward a lot? And if they are, what are y'all?
And are
Okay, never mind.
Are those naked butts? Or are they elbows or knees? Because there's knees up, so I feel like they're naked butts. But the cracks are way too big. My prescription. Drink 817 and call me in the morning.
If you can move.
Yes, if you can move after 817. But
What the?
I had to include this one because it's the only one that had a bird for some reason.
Oh. You're going to see a lot of birds in the next episode.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
That's cool, though. Her dress looks very like Mexican or possibly Guatemalan, but that bird does not look like anything from North America.
no, it doesn't look like any bird I've ever seen before. Well, you ready for some honorable mentions?
Oh, yeah, but I'm scared, too. Oh, God.
Thumbs up!
That's so weird.
This is the pint
His head
of,
looks too big for
not
his
the pint.
body.
This is the can of peas a day.
Yeah. And I love that it was like that you hate peas. So this is like, he hates canned peas, y'all.
I
So this
really
is
hate
perfect
canned peas.
for him.
His head is way too big for his body.
Yeah, and it looks like he looks older than his body.
I know, his body looks like a child's body. He looks like an adult's head. It's very strange. To your health. Who has the better mane?
Well, and so yeah, the next episode will also have a lot of that. Wow. It's a
I
nice
just
tie-in.
don't, it was so strange. I don't know why he gave me a lion. Like, nothing else gave me a lion except this one thing. It's just a guy raising a glass to his pet lion. That tie, though. Tie. I had ties like that when I was a kid.
Is that the sommelier?
Sommeliers have also found that it keeps your bones from crunching.
Oh, and you'll be dead, but your bones are still going.
This screams. We went on vacation and somehow ended up in a cult. Get all those piglets out of your system.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if this is worse.
I know, so which is worse? A human with a pig's head or a pig with a human's head? Which one's worse?
Just.
Well, that is it. That's the end of my Madlib.
Didn't get back to the maggot centipedes.
Well, there was only one picture. The other one's going to be in the thumbnail, I think. We had Frida Kahlo, and we told a little bit of secrets. Well, not really secrets, but some stories that were actually somewhat factually true about how we met through Madlib form, which was wild. And then we had 70s family, a little nostalgia trip through family vacation photos from the 70s. And all in all, I think that was pretty good. All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight's episode of MidJourney Madlibs. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Bird, for hosting with me. Make sure that you click on like, click on subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Like and subscribe.
Nope.
Like and subscribe. Like and prescribe. No. Like and subscribe. Yeah.